Hello, everyone. Hey, how's everyone doing? Hi, I know my lips were moving, but you couldn't hear me. My bad. Okay, so my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am your host for Author's Excerpt Sunday. Today, we have a very special guest. Her name is Sallie Jo Hawken, and she is from Casper, Wyoming. Okay, so and she is the author of a book. It is marvelous. It is off the chain. Okay, it is entitled God and Good Horses. Okay, so let's get into our interview for today with Miss Sallie Jo Hawken. All right, come on now, let's do this. Hello, darling. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I am doing so marvelous. So how was everything in Wyoming?
Oh, it's beautiful. We're finally getting some sunshine. It's been raining like crazy, but we
Oh,
won't complain about the rain, that's for sure. But
right, okay. The rain. So Miss Sallie Jo Hawken is a fourth generation Casper, Wyoming native. Was raised on the back of a horse, okay, with a rope in her hand. She attended Northwest College in Powell, Wyoming on a full rodeo scholarship and later graduated with a degree in animal science. Sallie is passionate about her children's ministry at church and is a teacher at the local church, okay? Her lifelong love of writing was put to the test when she felt the Lord urged her to write this book. Sallie loves horses. So do I. I love horses. And rodeo and photography. Wyoming and the Western way of life. She and her husband, Seth, live in a small acreage near Casper, Wyoming, with their three children, Trent, Lily, and
Talia.
Talia. Okay, all right, everyone, welcome, Miss Sallie Jo Hawkins. Hello,
Thank
Miss
you.
Sallie. How are you doing today?
Oh, very good. Very excited to be here.
Okay. I know that's right. I know that's right. Amen. Amen. I know that's right. So, how does it feel to be a first-time author?
It feels almost like a dream come true, really. It's just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
surreal and things change every week. Sometimes things change every day, it seems like. But it's been awesome. It's been a big blessing for my family.
Okay. So, how has the family adjusted to you being an author?
I homeschool my two younger kids, Trent and Lily. So they had to thank you. They had to kind of adjust between splitting mom's time up a little bit different, but
Mhm.
it's been really good. They're excited. They're excited to talk about it and that other people are reading it. And
Mhm.
Talia, who's actually in the book is actually based on our experience with Talia's adoption.
Okay.
Um, she was a little bit shaken at first, I think, but she calls herself my biggest fan now. So
Okay. All
she
right.
was the first one to read the book, and
Mhm.
she loves it. So
Okay. She says I bet she's like, hey, mommy, what we doing today? What
yeah,
we doing
pretty
today,
much.
today?
Both my girls call themselves my assistant, so I have good little assistants to help me. So
Oh, you go, girl. You
yeah.
go. Right. Okay. So, have you done any book signing events?
Yes, actually, on May 13th, I did a book signing at Wind City Books in Casper, and that's my favorite bookstore. So that was just awesome. And I got to meet lots of new people, and lots of our friends and family came out. So it was great. It was a great time.
Oh, okay. Did you get a lot of book sales?
Did. I did. Yeah,
All right, girl.
it was good.
Hey, I know that's right. So,
Yeah.
when it comes to the urging that God gives us, so tell us about how God urged you to write this book.
Well, it just kind of, I found that people were following our story. Some people that we didn't even know were following our story that were friends of my parents or friends of a friend. And it was almost like they were waiting for the next piece of the story of our adoption of Talia.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started seeing places and hearing things on shows that I would watch, or friends would tell me, you should write this down or you should write a
Mm-hmm.
book. So I
Mm-hmm.
began to pray about it. And the Lord was telling me, yeah, you should write a book. And
Oh,
it was kind of overwhelming because I thought this is not something that I can do.
mm-hmm.
But I wrote the first 3 chapters,
Yeah.
and I I thought this actually is something that I can do. But I wanted God to be my co-writer.
Okay.
So I asked him every step of the way to help me tell this story the way he wanted the story told. Because
Oh,
really that's what it is my testimony of what he did for our family.
yes.
So it was awesome. It was a long process. It took me 3 years because I had to do it in between being a mom and all these other things that I do. But
Yes,
it was awesome.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Right? You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to change diapers, you got to go to school, you got to,
Yes.
make sure houses, you have so many things that
Mhm.
play a role in life of a mother.
Yes.
And, where it's not just the domestic stuff, you got to deal with
Mhm.
the emotional and the physical, you know,
Absolutely.
all of those aspects, And um are we ready for the excerpt? Are
I'm
we ready
ready.
for the excerpt?
I
Okay.
think so.
Yes, ma'am.
So this excerpt is from when Seth and Sally, which is my husband and I, they have been um to an adoption agency, a private adoption agency, and we have left and we're just overwhelmed with the things that we have learned there.
Yes.
So, here we go. After a while I said, "We're supposed to provide a safe home and safe vehicles to care for the baby, but we're supposed to sell our safe home and our safe vehicles to pay for the fees to get the baby?" He crunched on some fries, thinking, selling our vehicles is not a good option. We have to have good vehicles. So we sell the house? We love our house. He was silent for a few minutes before saying, sell our house and move where? We both know how lucky we were to find that house in our price range. We'd never find one like it again.
Mm-hmm.
We finished our meal in silence, dumped our trash, and headed to the truck. We got on the interstate to go towards home. It doesn't feel like adopting a baby who needs a family, I said. It feels like buying a baby, like the baby goes to the highest bidder. I don't want to sell off our things that we have worked hard to have just to make this happen. Seth took my hand and squeezed it. There's going to be a way to make this happen without having to give up everything. Just have faith.
Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right. So, thank you for the excerpt. I wanted
Mhm.
to say, how was that experience? I mean, how in a more in-depth
Mhm.
concept. So at the time you were trying to adopt a baby,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And as they say, you darned if you do and you darned if you
Yep.
don't, right?
Yep.
And,
Exactly.
and so, how was it when you finally found out that you were getting your baby?
Oh, it had been so long. We tried for years to conceive. Doctors had no answers for us that they just said, well, you should be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We got to the point there where we were looking at IVF,
Okay.
but I could tell then that IVF was not the right choice for us.
Uh-huh.
The adoption was. So
Okay.
then it kind of started us down this whole
Rabbit
road,
hole.
I guess, of adoption. And we really
Yes.
had our hearts set on a baby.
Uh-huh.
But private adoption is expensive,
Yes.
extremely. And
Yes.
there's still no guarantee that you will ever get a baby,
Mm-hmm.
even after you spend all this money and years and things. And so
Mm-hmm.
we got steered towards adoption through foster care.
All right.
But most of the children available in foster care for adoption are older children. So we kind of still had our heart set on a baby or maybe up to 5 years old. But it was taking a long time, and we had a lot of maybes, and then they missed for just different reasons. When we finally learned about Talia, she was 9 years old, and we weren't sure that we would be equipped for her because she was 9 and she had been through so many horrible things in her short life that taking on a child that needed all of these extra things a traumatized child would need, we didn't know if we were equipped for that.
Yes.
The good news is that God is equipped for that.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
We did a lot of praying, and there was just kind of this moment where I was like, we have to try to help. We have to try to get her. And my husband knows me well enough that he knows when I get to that point, we're doing it.
Your mind is strong, right? They say like a bull in China shop.
Yes. So it was still a really long process before we actually got to meet her. Yes. But when we actually got to meet her, it was just, I don't imagine it'd be any different than getting to hold your baby for the first time. Honestly, she was just ours. So it wasn't easy, but she was ours. So
I know that was the proudest moment as parents. You know, and so how is Talia today?
Today she's doing really well. She's 15. She was 10 when she moved in with us, so now she's 15 years old.
Oh, she's an old lady almost.
Yeah, she is. She is. She's a sophomore in high school, about done with that, but she's doing really well. She's really into the youth group at church. She loves the horses and things. She loves her little brother and sister, so she's doing very well.
Okay. So Talia is your first child,
right?
Okay, and Trent and Lily are the her sisters and brothers younger than her.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Trent and Lily we adopted together 2 years after Talia. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and make it the Brady Bunch.
I know. Yeah. We're done. Our house is full. That's all we can take.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to say congratulations on your adoption of your children, because God does not make mistakes.
No.
And once you have this way of letting God lead your heart into what he wants you to have, everything becomes obsolete and less stress. Really no stress.
Yeah.
And you have this abundance of joy all the time where you don't let stuff get you down. Stuff doesn't how can I say this? It don't work your nerves, okay?
Yeah.
And the joy, and it is a total joy to have children in your life, and God placed you in the children's life for a reason.
Yes.
And I wanted to say, so you so how does I'm gonna ask this question. So how many horses do you own?
7.
Okay, and you have a farm and stables and
yeah, kind of. I don't know if I call it a farm, but yeah, we have, along with my folks' place, about 52 acres outside of town, and yeah, it's nice. It's not big, but we love it, and we do. We've got the horses, and we've got some cattle and roping cattle and goats and chickens and ducks and a pony. So.
Okay, all right. And then that makes it is good that the children have those things, because horses have the sweetest souls.
Yeah, they do. Horses. Yes, I have lots of people ask me why I named or titled the book God and Good Horses. And it's because that's what saves me, and that's what saved my kids too, because the horses are they're just therapeutic. They just are.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's why.
Okay. So do the children go out, they get dressed and everything, and they get all excited and say, okay, I gotta go see my horses now before they even go to school?
Oh yes. This morning we rode, and it's been so muddy here, we haven't got to ride very much, but they have been chomping at the bit to ride. So
okay.
Yeah, they each have their own horse that they ride, and Trent and Lily are
Okay.
going to start junior rodeoing this summer, and
Okay.
so yeah, they love their horses.
Okay. All right. Well, you have to do. You'll have to, put it, video and okay, about the kids and the horses, and they're
Mhm.
going to, rodeo, and then we want to see some pictures of you and your husband on y'all everybody on a horse.
Yeah.
Because that shows that we have a human side. We have a side where we like what we like when we like it, and we enjoy what we do.
Yes.
And I say, send me the pictures. Send me the pictures. 'Cause and so do you have any other do you have any more work in the works books in the making, composing?
I do. I've had so many requests for a sequel to this book
Mhm.
that's coming up in the works. That will be Trent and Lily's story,
Okay.
their adoption story, and of
Mhm.
course Talia will be in it, so you can kind of find out how she's doing. And
Mhm.
then I also have some children's books. I've already wrote some, and they
Mhm.
are starring my kids and actually their horses and the pony and our dog and things like that.
Mhm.
So I've got that in
Yes.
the works too.
Okay. Okay. Well, when you write the next book, come on back.
I will.
Come on back on over here, okay?
Absolutely.
Because we would love to have you. You have we want to see the book cover,
Oh yes. This is
so
the
that people can, yeah. That's a pretty. I like that. Fell in love with the cover.
Thank you.
Fell
Yeah,
in
this
love
is
with.
actually Talia. That there.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
Talia and her
yeah,
horse Joker. I took that
okay.
picture a couple years
Oh,
ago, so
and I know it's like it's an organic. It's it's natural feel to the
mhm.
cover. It's natural. It's really beautiful, and it shows the essence of the entire book.
Yeah.
So we wanted to thank you. We wanted to say, where can we purchase your book, and where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram at Sallie Hawken, or excuse me, Sallie Jo Hawken author. And
Mhm.
then you can purchase the book on Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, but you can also request it in your local bookstore. In Casper, Wyoming, it's available in Wind City Books and in Cascade Coffee Shop.
Okay.
So yes, please request it in your local bookstore. I'd love to see it in as many local stores as they can get it into.
All right, all right. We want to thank Miss Sallie Jo Hawken for coming in and sharing her book, God and Good Horses, with us. We want to wish you all the best in your author career, and you come back when you write your next book, okay?
I will absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. And we will be talking to you later. Okay, darling. And
Sounds
thank
good.
you again for coming on Author's Excerpt Sunday.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. And have a blessed evening, baby.
You too.
All right. All right, everyone. All right, all right, all right. It has been an honor and a privilege, and it has been uh my sincere heart to bring you an author every weekend to have and to bring them and to share with you what they write about, what their lives are about. Because I created this show for the fact um that we must turn around and support each other. We must support each other in the essence of that we no one is alone. You are not alone in your author journey. So I say, come on and let's do this together on Author's Excerpt Sunday. If you have any questions, I do help authors with their writing process, their editing, the all the nuances of the business side of your becoming an author, and also to all through the writing process, the editing, proofreading, and also the marketing and the publishing and the advertising aspects of your book. So you need help, you get in contact with me. You can contact me at this email address. I am Sharice at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com, and I will be glad to have a one-on-one with you about your book and bringing your book to life and bringing it to fruition in the sense of a published book. Okay. I want to say thank you to Sallie Jo Hawken for being our special guest today. And the title of her book is God and Good Horses. It can be found on Amazon. And I will give you the link to where it can be found and purchased at the uh, Amazon. And it's a real good book. Okay, it's a real good book. I have really kind of deep dived into it and everything, and it is very, 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 very hard. It pulls at heartstrings, so I love it. And I want to thank everybody for coming in today for Author's Excerpt Sunday. It has been my privilege, been my honor to have you in the place to be. Okay. If you would like to be a guest on Author's Excerpt Sunday, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My email address, I am Sharice at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com, and I shall send you the details on how to be a guest on Author's Excerpt Sunday. I thank you so much, everyone, and I love you, and I want you to have a very blessed day. All right, everyone, I'll talk to you again on Author's Excerpt Sunday. Bye, babies. Thank you.